Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We're coming to you live from the Freeport again, and we are back here on the Liberia transport sector. Of course, the National Transit Authority, the NTA, are removing their buses from the NPA, the National Port Authority. Just Wednesday, we were here the other day when the NTA brought out the first 7 buses out of their fleet of 62 vehicles that were procured through the ABK Incorporated. And of course, according to government, this action is meant to improve the operational capacity of the National Transit Authority to provide affordable and reliable transportation for Liberians. And so this time around, we're here again today. It was said that this Friday, the NTA, the National Transit Authority, would have brought out the remaining buses out of their 62 seated buses that were brought in country, 35 of them. But on Wednesday, because of the difficulties to get vehicles out of the Freeport of Monrovia, according to the NTA, that was why they brought out the first 7 pieces of these vehicles. But so on today, as we speak to you, the remaining ones, all of them have been brought out of the Freeport of Monrovia, and they were here in the open field. And of course, as we speak, they will be taken at the headquarters of ABK, the company that procured these buses for the government of Liberia. So I'm going to show you quickly. All of the drivers now are boarding the vehicles, and any moment from now, the fleet of the remaining NTA buses will hit the road and they will be taken directly at the headquarters of ABK. Now, according to the National Transit Authority, they will bring in country a total fleet of 55 vehicles. And of course, for the first time, they will be adding heavy-duty trucks to their fleet. I think about 5 of them. And then also they will have 20 18-seated buses, those mini buses, 18-seated, 20 of them. And of course, at the same time, they have also brought in country already 62-seater buses, 35 of them. So the rest of the remaining buses from the 35, the fleet of 35 buses are already out here. If you just look right behind me there, you will notice that all of the buses are already outside here in the open field. And of course, all of the drivers are already boarding these buses. And as we speak, I think they are probably waiting for just 1 or 2 of them to leave the ship. And those ones will join the rest of the fleet. And of course, they will take them straight at the headquarters of the ABK Incorporated. Now, let's see if we can just maybe walk through them, walk amongst or between these vehicles and show you what they look like. Just the other day when we came here, we entered one of these buses and showed you what the interior looked like. We showed you the lighting system, the cooling system. I'm being told the buses have fans as alternative to augment the air conditioner system that's in them. There's not much, details have been given to us, but the actual brand of the buses, Tata, T-A-T-A, if you know the motor car brand Tata. So yes, but like I said, as you just noticed, one of the drivers there, the drivers have already boarded the buses, and we're about to go to Congo Town, precisely where the ABK headquarters is. That's where we'll be heading. If you look in here, this is one of the drivers seated there. Maybe I can see if I can talk to her if she's willing to join me. But let's just go in here. I think she looks very excited to start driving her bus already, and she's arranging it and everything. How are you, madam? How are you?
Fine.
What's your name, please?
My name is Mema Sherry.
Okay, are you employed with? Do you work for the NTA?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
My 9 years working with National Transit.
9 consecutive years?
Yes.
What has it been working for the NTA as a driver?
Oh, I've been doing well. Of course, I've been doing well.
Okay. So now, I know there have been challenges of buses for you guys. You guys have not had, more buses over the years now. But now you have up to 35 of them that have come in country. I can see you sitting behind the seat of a brand new one. How do you feel?
I feel very fun.
You feel very good. Okay, so as a driver, what were some of the challenges over the years since you never had buses? What were some of the issues you were facing?
Sometimes we go to work, we sit down in the old buses and nowhere to be seated at all.
Yeah.
But at least the government, we're trying to do something. They keep all the face, a lot of buses, now we own traffic.
And then now you guys
We have another buses.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. You say your name again?
Mema Sherry.
All right, Mema Sharif is one of the drivers there. You just heard it from her. They've been sitting idle due to the absence of buses, but now they have brand new ones, and they're going to have some effective job to do. I understand the feeling sitting idle and not having much to do, but at least there are buses now. There are some veterans of the NTA who are also seated here. Let's see if we can hear from one of them, provided they're interested to talk to us. There's a veteran right here who is seated. Sir, how are you?
So we reserve all comments for now.
Okay, but how do you do though?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Great.
Yeah,
I can see you're happy for the presence of this.
now.
You feel
I feel so inspired. Yeah.
But for now,
we keep all comments.
all right, thank you very much. All right, so for now, all comments have been reserved. But you heard it from him. He feels so inspired now that the buses are in country. So we are now going to leave. We're going to make our way. Let's double up, guys. Let's double up. We're going to make our way into our vehicle. We've been told that the vehicles are now leaving the National Port Authority, so we're making our way now. Chief, we want to be behind you guys, So all of you walk line. Don't be here. So folks, you are seeing we're just trying to stage and arrange ourselves in a convoy, but yes, the buses are out again, this time in a huge number. Earlier, I know the conversation online. I have my colleague here with me. We're kind of briefing because we just did a little exercise. We ran a little bit, but he will introduce himself quickly. He will join me on the broadcast like we did on yesterday.
So I'm T. Adamasenwa, junior reporter, and I'm here with my senior reporter, Anthony Williams, to provide some coverage.
I'm gonna senior reporter, man. So yes, folks, yes, the buses are out, and we're going to now make our way to town. So you can see them behind us there. It's a long queue, a long fleet of vehicles. So yes, now we have been ushered out of the Freeport. We've been ushered out of the Freeport of Monrovia now. So, so we'll now make our way . Wherever you're watching from, we'd like to say thank you for watching. Adama, you were here with me the other day when we came for the first fleet of vehicles. We took 7 of them with us. We drove throughout the Sinko area, you know, and then eventually we went to Congo Town, where we have ABK. Yes? Yes. You want the bosses in our... So we apologize for that, sorry. But again, we're here right at the entry. We're right here at the entry of the NPA, the Freeport of Monrovia, the gateway to Liberia's economy. I was talking to my colleague Adaman about the other day on our previous experience when we got the first 7 pieces of these buses. But now, all right, so Adama, I mean, let's talk about the other day. I know we're still trying to put ourselves together and wait for the vehicles to come out, but all of them are already in a long queue and we're staging already. You might want to tell us, I mean, just the other day, what was the experience like? I mean, you noticed the other day, lots of people, you know, standing along the road, waving, appreciating government of Liberia for the efforts for procuring these buses. I mean, today is another day. And come to think of it, the conversation, remember the conversation the other day, I did say it to my colleagues. I was like, once the NTA comes out with the first 7 buses, the conversation is going to change, especially online for those who are so into political conversations and propaganda. It's going to change. It's going to be like, but they told us they were bringing 35 buses. How come they've only unveiled 7? There is something up, we think there is something going on, hidden agenda, and all of that. Today we're seeing the remaining ones, a long queue of buses to complete the 35 of them that were promised. I mean, what do you make of the conversation in the first place?
So, firstly, the buses that just arrived are part of government's ongoing efforts to make sure that transportation fares to ease the burden on commuters.
Sure.
Yes, accessing Liberia through the borderland. So we should firstly commend the government for pushing accountability, because on social media we have seen a whole lot of propaganda saying that only 7 OS or AR. So now the writings are clear on the wall, Anthony. We don't need any rocket scientists to count the buses or to determine the total number. The writings are clear on the wall.
Yeah. And then another unique thing that the MTA have added to this thing is, for the first time, according to them, they are adding heavy-duty trucks to their fleet.
Yes.
I mean, and we were talking about how those trucks will be impactful, to their work. Because come to think of it, I was thinking about cooperatives. I'm so keen on this cooperative thing because these are folks, especially the ones into agriculture, who usually bring their produce to town, especially from Lofa, from Bomi,
Southeastern region,
Eastern Liberia, Lofa especially, that we all can call the bread basket of Liberia. And that's where a lot of food come from, and come to town, to the urban part and other places of the country. So using these heavy-duty trucks, to transport this corporation to the work of the National Transit Authority, but also continue Liberia's economy and also improve agriculture. We were talking about food, farm to market roads and all of that. Now, as we speak, there is we can start the conversation of making effort in ensuring road connectivity. Now, if there is road connectivity, the next thing will be the availability of transportation for towns. Do you understand? Sure. So with the NTA adding these heavy duty fleet, can say it will contribute greatly to the activities of those who are into operation. The Oropo plantain, their corn, their cocoa, their cassava, all these huge trucks can bring them to town.
So Anthony, if we compare today's unveiling to past NTA deliveries, what are some improvements? I need your own opinion on this matter. What are some improvements have you observed from today's unveiling?
Yes, okay, great. I thought it was about the activities on NTAs because you ain't got me in trouble. But yes, with the previous event on Wednesday when we took the first buses, 7, we used let me say the regular Liberian way. We used the in-town route. We used the 5-town route, Central Monrovia route. We drove through Cinco. This time around, we're using the Japan Freeway. Formerly Somalia Drive. We're using the Japan Freeway now. I want to even believe, because NK itself, there in Congo Town, doesn't really have the space. 35 buses from what I look like. NTA might have provided space in their compound for
like you said, temporary.
Yes, that is where
we are waiting official dedication.
Yes, definitely. As we've been informed, these buses will be formally handed over by the government of Liberia. I think, obviously, from what I'm looking at, His Excellency President Boakai might, form part of this event, for these buses to be unveiled to the people of Liberia. You know, this is a government effort. So come to think of it, it's being procured using taxpayers' money. So you have to present it to the people. Then speak with local.
Yes.
You present it to the owner. Then
Yes.
obviously you have to.
Anthony, we are not mechanic, but from my observation, the buses seems to be real friendly. From my observation, and the modernization is key aspect. From my observation,
Yeah, from what I'm looking at myself, the tires are huge. The buses are high up. You know, yes. I think who did the procurement. In fact, come to think of it, they did it in line with the government of Liberia. So it's obvious they might have, done their necessary documentation, vetting process, the research, the evaluation to know what the actual brand of bus that will suit the environment, the kind of roads we have, and all of that. But also come to think of it, they are also the same brand of the previous ones we did have, in the past. So
sure.
So I think it's based on that research that they had to make things work. So of course, yes. The Japan Freeway is quite a very busy area, so it's not like the single route where we didn't have much distractions. At this time around, there's a lot of vehicles in the corridor.
I'm also hearing that the buses came from Abu Dhabi, if I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I mean, definitely. It's not necessarily from India.
Yes.
The company is precisely there in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
From what we gathered, we gathered. We had not verified that. But again, yes, that's something that we did gather. Still moving further. NTA is not far from here. This is the route where NTA is. The fence is just
a few minutes from now. We pass. We are not heading. Are we heading NTA or ABK?
I don't know.
Because we.
Still looking for staff.
Sure.
So she was like, for me, I'm inspired now and I've got this new program to work.
Wow.
So she's a lady. That's one unique thing about it. She said, NTA has got lots of females amongst their drivers.
So Anthony, man, coverage like this we set the stage for that old man in Bogonjide, that old man in Godak to understand the impact of the buses on the commoners. So yes,
definitely. I mean, very soon, like you mentioned, the old man, very soon. The old man there on the farm.
Yes.
Someone playing guitar.
Produce.
The Zulu whiskey, Sweju Zulu whiskey, Tapita City, I mentioned Tapita because it's a trusted area. A lot of people from other parts, we're talking about Lugwatu, going to the Ivory Coast border, Liberians traveling to the Ivory Coast, to drive by the Lugwatu border. Of course, the NTA have been farmers of recent already, so the people of NTA, you understand? But now that they have new fleet, I overheard the other day that some of the buses that were going to the southeast had some mechanical issues. They were being worked on. Okay, no worries. There are brand new ones in town.
And as journalists and also citizens of Liberia, we should also recommend decentralizing of these buses.
Definitely,
yes.
I think the government
because it will help a whole lot to decentralize the buses in some of the difficult to reach counties. Yes.
So I mean, we just want to show you what the fleet look like from the side. It's a long queue of vehicles, all lined up behind each other. And yes, of course, they're trying to make sure the convoy can be well staged. We're just creating space because the queue is long. Some of these buses, as we speak, with this long queue that you're looking at, some of them are still within the compound of the NTA. And the MPA, that's the National Port Authority, So yes, but just to show you what they look like, as you can see from here. If you look right here, I mean, there's one right here. I mean, well branded with the NTA logo, the National Transit Authority, and of course with the Liberian, identity, red, white, and blue. I mean, they were all branded before arriving in country. So you want to see how beautiful they all look, and then see the long queue, see the number of buses that are lined up. More than 20 of them. We're talking 28 of them. If my maths can serve me right, subtracting the first 7 that were taken to ABK. It's a long queue, guys. It's a long queue here on the Japan Freeway. A long queue of buses lined up and heading towards the ABK area there in Congo Town. So keep watching, folks. Several Liberians, I understand, by also at the same time, just like you saw the other day with folks jubilating, and thanking government for the efforts for bringing these buses to augment the transport services in Liberia. A long queue of buses lined up here. So we just want to show you, once we show you, then we can go back to our vehicle, because when we're at the front, obviously you will only probably be seeing just one. Let's see if we can talk to some people here. Let's try and see. Let's see if we can talk to some people. That people happy. Oh man, you're hello. You're hello. Hello, Alma. How are you? Hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm alright.
How you feel now? The pony bring the partner here.
The same way y'all should go back. I don't want for the person to go back. I don't want them mistake carry my go back. I let development. Jovia made development remain here because Jovia fell low road. But now no road in Sano County. No road in Maryland.
But let's talk about the boss. Now road in the boss.
Then I go.
Yeah.
Let begin to remain the way y'all Michi go in Monaco.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's talk to the next person.
I really appreciate it day to day.
Okay.
Because Joe Bwaka, I will not forget about it day to day.
Yes.
Because today is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
It's kind of surprise.
Yes.
I'm really much happy.
That's not the best. You think that's the best birthday gift for you?
Forever in my life. I tell you, thank you, Joe Bwaka. You were not touching. You are remaining power till you go. You do task. Your castle will be in a chair. Whoa, Joe Bwaka. Joe Bwaka. Joe Bwaka. On the way.
All right.
Now you won't see. Now bosses they will eat. When you want rest, you wait for the rest president. He will come there, but the time not reach it. They want. How tell you to be?
You want rest? You work for the rest president?
Yeah, just a second, not rest president. You know somebody to go now to and get you rest. Let me to build our children future. And by the grace of God, what we say by him, let him play to two for the country. He will do it today yet. The time finish. Yes.
All right. What you say about what you say?
I'm sleeping for nothing.
You were sleeping before?
Okay. So you say what?
Thank you. You waking.
All right. You're hearing from Liberians there. You're hearing from. Come on, let's talk to one more person. Alma, how are you? What you say?
I'm good.
What you need?
I'm Sis Asha.
What do you make of the arrival of these brand new buses?
Very happy. Okay. Not because of politics business, but we want a good thing for Liberia. We are very happy and we'll continue to be happy. Right. We want good thing for the country. We're still not suffering.
Thank you very much, Alma.
Yeah, let's take care of A so we can benefit from A.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, folks, that's it. You're hearing the views of happy Liberians, jubilant Liberians, celebrating the arrival of brand new buses.
We always support the papers. We always support the government getting long life, to live long, to make economy to go forward. And we always pray for him for long life. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. That's it. Jubilant Liberians there. Jubilant Liberians there expressing their views of what they make of the arrival of this long fleet of vehicles that will augment the efforts, the operational capacity of the National Transit Authority. A lot of them praising His Excellency the President for his efforts. Some of them encouraging the government to maintain these buses. So we are being told now we can go ahead, and the fleet is moving forward. So let's see now if we can go to the front. It's quite a long fleet. Vehicles, they're moving gradually. Let's see. Keep watching us, folks. Keep following. Leave your comments in the comment section, wherever you're watching and following us from. Oh, let that go so we can get caught up.
Like that, and you stay like that.
Come here. Be showing this up.
I said, it's so terrible here.
Keep watching our folks, keep following us. Trying to make our way at the front. At the same time, you're listening to voices of Liberians, jubilant Liberians, showing their reaction. Yes, of course. The reason you're noticing the slowdown in the fleet is because as the buses drive home, the queue continues to get longer. So the go ahead, stop to create space for the ones that are behind. It's quite a long queue. So. All right, folks. So we're back at the vehicle, and we're back here at the front. This is the first one of the 28 of them that are leaving the Freeport, but the queue is quite a long one, so they're trying to create space for the ones that are behind. And then once the fleet completes, we can start making our way there at the ABK in Congo Town. We just did what I can consider a media marathon, ran from the beginning to the front here, so from the rear to the front. So it's quite a tedious, coverage for us here today. But still can stay with us. Keep watching. These are the remaining of the 35 buses that have been procured by the government of Liberia. The fleet is the total figure is 55 of the entire fleet. they have the 62-seater buses. These are the 62-seater buses. And then they also do have the 18-seater buses. Should be around 20 of them. 20 of them of the 18-seater buses. But those ones are yet to arrive in country. And then also they have 5 heavy-duty trucks, cargo handling vehicles amongst the fleet. So those ones are yet to also arrive in country. But what we have now are these 62-seater Tata buses that are in country. So stick and stay with us and keep following us wherever you're watching from. And leave your comments in the comment section and tell us what you make of government's efforts for procuring these buses to augment the operational capacity of the National Transit Authority, the NTA. Buses are already going in various parts of the country. In Maryland Harbor, the folks there do ride NTA consistently since the NTA started making efforts to ensure that they can reach that part of the country. Also, the roads are now pliable in several parts of the country. So this is one reason now that the NTA now have these new buses. Of course, they will be going in some of those places where the roads are pliable. With the presence of these buses, with the need for transportation, with the need for Liberians, to trade across the country, obviously the government of Liberia now will have to augment its efforts or beef up its strength to work on road connectivity. As we speak, the Ministry of Public Works have their autobus road operation autobus ongoing now as we speak. They are tackling several major roads across the country. So these buses will be very crucial. Let's make our way now. So Adama, we just did what I can consider as a media marathon. Ran from the rear to the front. Quite interesting. Let me make my way somewhere here and sit firmly. But again, Adama, we stay here along the Japan Freeway, and we're driving towards the ABK area. I mean, the fleet is quite a long one. I think this coverage is quite tedious than the previous one because we just had 7 buses the other day. This time we have up to 28 of them. It's quite a long fleet, so it's quite a tedious job for us. I see ABK himself there standing along the roadside, making sure that, he's kind of making sure that everything is okay. Taking stock of these vehicles. So if you look on the side from this angle, from the side, you're seeing a long queue of buses there heading strictly towards the NTA and where they will be parked. And of course we still do have Liberians on the roadside who are so impressed with the government's intervention to the country's transport sector. Keep watching us, folks, and leave your comments in the comment section. Tell us, make your own points, leave your views. We'll read out some of your comments. You might want to help us. But yes, so let's see if we can go to the comment section and read out your concerns for those of you who are watching. All right, so sure, thank you very much, folks. Keep watching. Well, of course, we have been told that these buses were procured through a contractual agreement between the government of Liberia and
ABK Incorporated.
Yes, ABK Incorporated. But ABK Incorporated also, from her own end, is appreciating the government of Liberia for the efforts, especially when it comes to promoting Liberian entrepreneurship, as we spoke to
Liberian trusting Liberian.
Yeah, definitely, and making Liberians to contribute to their own economy, right, and also be a part of it. And ABK, was through his communication, were expressing how grateful they are to the government for entrusting them. This isn't their first time. For several governments, they've procured equipment or materials like this, like vehicles. Just the other day I was there, and I was speaking to ABK's communication officers about procurement of motorbikes for the National Fire and Rescue Service just the other day. That was another fleet that was brought in country by them. And the government of Liberia will have to pay them. I think from what I'm hearing in the corridors, the government of Liberia is expected to pay within 2 years period.
Wow.
Yes, obviously, that's something we can verify, that's something, but we've been told the government of Liberia will have to pay, for these buses with, in a 2-year period. So, same case with several other agreements. Fire service, their motorbikes, fire trucks, also
were procured by ABK. And now we are discussing the National Transit Authority.
Yeah, who knows? There are several government entities that are in need of vehicles.
Sure.
Just the other day, the National the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency were giving, I think, 15 vehicles.
Yes.
That's a long fleet. They have several pickup trucks. They also have, I think, some Land Cruiser Jeeps also, to beef up the efforts. Thinking of the fight the fight against drug.
Yes.
Liberia is one country that is making frantic efforts in recent times.
Tremendous.
Yes. We're being told now that our neighbor Sierra Leone is also taking some serious action now. They're doing the same door-to-door rally.
Anthony, can we rest on that for a bit and focus on the energy and anticipation from citizens and NTO officials? How do you describe that? You can feel the excitement for us.
Obviously, one of the drivers I spoke to, you did hear her talking about how motivated she was.
Yes.
It could be you, Adama, sitting down. Obviously, definitely not those drivers.
Avenue will be created for empowerment.
Definitely job creation, obviously. So yes, Liberia has been around for ages, respectfully, and a lot of our counterparts have made, have made
Some strides.
huge investment in several sectors. And if we can limit the discussion to the transport sector, not only in countries, but several of our neighbors have made, huge investments into transportation. Others are investing into, metro, using, Ubers are private, all of that. It's not a problem, but all right. So you probably want to refresh that, or I should reduce it. Well, we obviously there's nothing we can do. Think of it, the sound, we have the sponge on the mic to reduce the breeze, but we're in the back of a pickup truck, so that's one reason. But again, let me go online and see what it's going to look like. Yes, let's see. We understand that the breeze is kind of in the microphone, but we are in the back of a pickup, so that's why, obviously. But we're trying our possible best to see if we can work on the sound. Just to make sure it sounds a little better for those of you who are watching. So for those of you watching, we'd like to say thanks for watching. Thanks for following us. We'll do all we can to work on the sound. This is all we can. We can't do more than this. And so yes, but Adama, back to the conversation, and I was talking about, our counterparts, and we've been around for ages, like I said, and our transport sector have experienced challenges over the years. Every government that comes, make efforts to contribute to the transport sector to augment the operational capacity of the NTA. And like this government is doing now by procuring these buses, I think we can do more.
Sure.
Eventually, in the future, we can transition from buses, to possibly trains. You never know. Liberia is not, excluded from having some of these developments. We are, resources wise, we are among some of the richest countries in this region.
Sure.
In this region, the Monrovia, countries. Liberia stands as one of the countries with outstanding resources. And I don't want to name, them, but come to think of it, the gold, the diamond, you think of the resources. So we can transition. Do you understand? We can transition. In other parts, as we speak of these buses, my colleague Aizan Yiba was trying to, make his own, have his own 2 cents, about recommending. Like the NTA will have to put a few of them out there for folks who will be, going out their daily, about their daily activities for transportation. Like in the morning, folks going to work can, use the bus. In Painesville, there can be some along the Japan Freeway in the Caldwell, Johnsonville side, the Painesville Rehab, Robertsfield Highway side. And
around Monserrado.
Yeah, around Monserrado. And then the ones for, urban transportation, not urban, but rural transportation.
From Kakata.
From Kakata. They can go to Maryland. They can go to Grand Cruz, Sino, Riverside, and all of that.
Anthony, man, the arrival of these buses will also help reduce the long queue commuters face daily at ELWA Junction, Douala, those that leave from Bourgeois Island to come to town. Yes. Yeah. The arrival of these buses will also play a major role in reducing the long queue. Yeah. Yes, because it's not an easy thing.
And speaking of rural transportation, Adama, sometimes the way Liberians just speak about situations or speak about issues, respectfully, I don't want to put anyone on the point. But the lady there earlier was talking about how I can't go Sano Kandea. The whole road spot. I almost asked her.
We ignore embracing solutions.
Sure, definitely.
Also, we prioritize the challenge and ignore solutions.
Yeah, definitely. And then again, she has the right to share her view on the national platform.
Yes,
you can.
That's all right.
Yeah, you can't deprive her. But again, it kind of makes me want to wonder, when was the last time? When was she in Sino? And respectfully, I don't necessarily have to question her view.
Sure.
But I was in Sino, using the Riverside route recently, and the way she said it isn't like that.
And while giving our view, we can also be promoting misinformation out there.
Definitely, we could be promoting misinformation. Because that's not what it is.
Sure.
That's not what it is. We're in the dry season, and Adama. In the dry season, roads in Liberia do not get extremely deplorable.
Sure.
Especially if government makes intervention at critical areas.
Yes.
Which they are doing, the Ministry of Public Works.
Yes.
I have traveled Liberia extensively. I've been to several places. In recent times, the entire Southeast have had some major intervention being made by government in terms of maintaining the roads. Same case, Sino Riverside, of course. It might not be, up to expectation, because these are huge, or the length of these roads, come to think of it.
Sure.
So definitely. But I've been there of recent.
Yes.
Buchanan Riverside, even the bikers that we interviewed were like extremely, because when the road gets deplorable,
yes,
the competition between the bikers and the taxi driver changes.
Yes.
The bikers take precedence. They
become prices.
They become spread the preference. Everyone want to ride bikes at the time.
Yes.
So they earn. And then more taxis do not ply the road like that because of the difficulties. So we spoke to the bikers the other day. All the guys were like, yeah, the taxi men now they enjoying us because the road already now the men can go, they come back quick. Though they themselves, they're also in plying the roads and they're benefiting, from it.
So Anthony, do you consider this as a zero tolerance or competition between the private the private sector
Yes.
and government?
Yes, I
The
will.
arrival of these buses?
Yes, especially using
Can you elaborate on that?
using a Liberian business to procure these buses.
Yes.
Obviously, it means government is giving. It's being tolerant with
Yes.
you can be the buyer and the seller at the
Sure,
same time,
sure,
or
sure.
you can be the referee and the player
Yeah.
at the same time. So yes, I kind of agree with you.
Sure.
So more to talk about as we take these buses to their location. More to talk about. We're driving along the Japan Freeway, in fact, Liberia's industrial location. You find lots of factories here, lot of manufacturer in this part of the country. So we're still experiencing folks jubilating as we drive on, and I'm trying to make sure I can put a microphone to a place where the breeze cannot affect it, so we get better sound. Adaman, this time around is quite slower than what it was the other day.
It's not 7 but 28. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
28 of them. 28 vehicles, 28 drivers, 35 vehicles, 35 drivers, 35 jobs,
35 conductors.
35 conductors, 35 plus families being affected
Wow.
positively. That's change. That's
job creation.
That's job creation.
Yeah.
That's government effects. That's development.
So we should ignore the regular bread and butter issues and
Yeah,
they will
yes.
also help to contribute a whole lot to the bread and butter issue, because
Definitely.
if I'm working as a conductor, I'll be able to take care of my family.
Yeah, I can carry
and all that.
something
Yes.
home. 35 drivers will be carrying something home.
Sure.
35 conductors will be paying school fees of their
Certainly.
children. 35 drivers will be carrying bags of rice home to their families.
Sure.
This, you don't need a rocket scientist. This is in mathematics, that requires calculus or whatever. This is simple math.
And I saw a comment asking about the significance, so you just...
Yeah, the boss will eat kind of question,
Yes.
it's quite interesting.
So it's glaring.
Yeah.
The significance are glaring.
Yes, obviously the boss will eat.
Sure.
Because when we have the buses, we will have drivers who will work, who will earn, we will have conductors who will work, who will earn, we will have families who will ride on these buses to go to their various locations
And the
and do
transport
businesses.
sector obviously will become vibrant.
Yeah, and do businesses. Families will do businesses, and we will eat.
Sure.
So yes, in that way, with that scenario, one can say that buses will eat.
Indirectly, it's contributing to the bread and butter issue.
Directly, comrade.
No, maybe they wanted to be like bag of rice being distributed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's contributing. We ain't got the president. My man, we're not in the era where relief entities were running and distributing food.
no ECOMO. What are those days?
Yeah, Liberians, at some point, sometimes I want to ask people, what do you consider as your own contribution to Liberia's growth?
It's not what your country can do for you, right?
If you brought some young people here today, the first thing that will come out will be the government.
Yes.
I swear to God. I agree the government has to create an enabling environment for survival, for
Survivability.
For survivability, I agree. But at the same time, where is your patriotic spirit? How are you contributing? But again, we don't want to go, so it doesn't look like we...
That's where we are, so we should live in accordance.
Yeah. And moreover, where we're from, we should allow and give Liberians the opportunity. Yes, of course. We can be judgmental, or we can be opinionated about issues.
We can do that.
Yes, definitely. But again, yes.
So we just passed the New Georgia Junction, and we are heading gradually at the National Transit Authority.
Definitely. Eventually. See the long queue there. Long queue of vehicles there. Long queue of Tata buses.
Tata buses. That's a brand.
Yeah, heavily branded with the NTA logo. Yeah, this is huge. Yes, very soon we'll be at the NTA. Very soon we'll be at the NTA. And then you want to see folks taking pictures, recording videos as the buses drive on. You'll be surprised online as these buses drive on.
Social media will be flooded.
Flooded, of course.
Yeah.
Social media will be flooded, of course. Ah, wow. You don't want to listen to some of the comments from along the road as you're driving. quite
Momentum is
interesting. Yeah. Then there are a lot of folks like, anyway, that's what it does when you have a country that practices democracy, where everyone has their fair say, have their view. You can't.
Authoritative regime, right?
Yes, definitely.
Sure.
I mean, yes. And I think I was telling someone the other day, I admire so much how Liberians are concerned about what's happening in their country. Everyone wants to contribute and have their say about, happenings within the country, which is crucial. I mean, which is important.
It helps. It helps a whole lot.
I mean, definitely, you should be concerned. You should be concerned as a citizen. So what's happening in your country, what's going on, and also, I mean, everyone now is like a pressure kind of person, keeping the government's feet to the fire. Yeah, like my man Marco Weir would say, keeping the government feet to the fire. That's it. And there are always bullet points. We're always suggesting. Yeah.
Providing tangible recommendations.
Oh yes, definitely. If the government had a team of listeners who will go around and hear from Liberians. Oh come on. Because once you sit in your corner, trust me, the conversation. While the government can do this one, do that
We're
one.
just giving a view.
Yeah, Liberians.
So right now we are at the Bagnosville Junction and we are still heading. We are en route.
So we are at Bannerville, the regular Liberian way. We are at Bannerville Junction. Yeah. We are at Bagnosville Junction, of course, famous Bagnosville Junction. And I mean, these are some of the places where it gets difficult for folks to access transportation in the morning to go to their various location. Folks, there are a lot of private buses along this end. Are supposed to be fighting to get on them, but of course, the presence of these buses, one may say, can obviously serve as a relief to folks residing in this part of the country to ease their transport burdens. So yes, we drive on wherever you're watching. I don't know if this broadcast is on ELBC Radio 99.9 FM, but if you're listening to us from Bezon in Buchanan there, of course from Monrovia to Buchanan, it's not quite a long distance. So we can 45 minutes to an hour. We can have these buses bringing your goods or bringing people to Buchanan. I can go to Sunset Beach over the weekend.
Come back the next day, probably the same day.
Yeah, I just buy my NTA ticket. They drop me off round trip. Round trip. The next bus coming by, I jump on it and come right back after enjoying myself at Sunset Beach. Or the
even because at Chestina in Nema County, yes.
Yeah, I can go to Chestina in Kanta. I mean, Kanta is just right here.
A place to be in Bond County.
Or I can go to Bond County, of course. Place to be. Go to Bond County, or the people of Harper City, Totman Beach,
Plibo
Solican District. Bowie Bar there in Plibo. Of course, I can also go to Barclayville.
Yes. That's Grand Coup.
Yeah, Grand Coup County. That's one of my counties also. Both Maryland and Grand Coup County.
Including Robertsport.
I can go to Robertsport and visit my colleague Janet Kemokai. Visit our colleague Janet Kemokai. So we're here at the NTA. Like I said, Adama, if you're looking, you're seeing the number of staffers that are right at the entry of NTA. Waiting, see them jubilating, see the staffers jubilating, see them celebrating, happy to receive their bosses. I told you, a lot of staffers were kind of sitting idle, no job, nothing to do. Alright, so we want to get down and see if we can talk to them. All right, it's fine. How do you feel?
I'm so happy. I'm overwhelmed that our bosses is here. We are happy. Thank you to President Joseph Newman Parker. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me talk to y'all. What do you mean? How do you feel?
I'm very, very happy. I tell the president thank you to see our bosses.
For the new management, we are excited to the president of Liberia, Joseph Newman Parker. We want to say thank you for the process.
I tell the president thank you. He's doing well. He's doing well for us. Everywhere you go, and need that. We want to tell him thank you so much. We appreciate him a lot. We tell
very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate the president for doing a huge donation for us as the member of the NTA family. So we appreciate effort. We expect more from him in times to come. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
The president, thank you for the hard work. The president is doing well. We see in the road, the president is working on the road, and the president bringing the type of development in our country and bringing the type of policies in our country. We just excited. We are very much happy. We tell the president, thank you for the work, man. Thank you.
So that's it. You're seeing a jubilation here, folks. These are all staffers of the NTA. You see how happy they are. See the celebration. You see them jubilating. They are happy to see the arrival of brand new buses. These are staffers probably that were sitting idle, and now they'll have some serious activities ongoing here. They will have some serious work ongoing here at the NTA. This is quite interesting. You see the smile on their faces. Now, Aizo, if you can just zoom in a little bit into the NTA compound, and there you have some of the abandoned and old buses all leveraging in the compound of the NTA. Some of the old buses leveraging in the compound of the NTA. So Adama, you just witnessed the smile on the faces of staffers of the NTA. You've seen the proposed National Transit Authority. You might want to zoom on that, but these pictures have been trending on social media. Those are images of the corporate office of the proposed corporate office of the National Transit Authority. This compound you're looking at literally just hosts the buses or the fleets of the NTA, but there's going to be the construction of a corporate office, and those are the blueprints that you're just looking at. Adama, yes. We just drove past the headquarters of the NTA, and you just witnessed the jubilation there, the joy on the faces of the staffers. A lot of them appreciating government for the effort.
It's still emotional, and also it's a great thing. It brings relief to see citizens be appreciative to the government. Yes, some will say, oh, that taxpayer money they're using, but that feeling of citizens lauding their government is emotional, Anthony. It signifies gratitude.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to be happy for your money being used in the right direction.
Sure, certainly.
I think.
Yes.
But again, what do you think? For those of you watching, leave your comments in the comment section. We just passed the headquarters of the NTA, the National Transit Authority. We're now making our way to town. I guess we'll speed this up once we leave this particular vicinity.
Sure.
So yes, keep watching, keep following us, folks. Keep watching. Leave your comments in the comment section, and tell us what you make of this intervention made by the government of Liberia. NTA staffers there jubilating, and then fire service is just right next door. You're seeing brand new vehicles there, brand new fire trucks there in their compound. I mean, we're going to come to procuring vehicles. I obviously want to say, I think from what it looks like, the government have tried over the period of time procuring vehicles for several entities. From what we've been seeing.
Yes.
Years past, previous governments did similar. It's government's responsibility to do this. So, of course, yes. Just the other day, we spoke to several Liberians there on Carey Street, and some of them were the famous CEO. Some of them were like, "This is government's responsibility, so we don't see the need to be taking them and what have you." Then others were like, we still have to appreciate them. It doesn't matter. You know, everyone have got their own views.
Yeah, they are entitled.
Yeah. But again, heading towards Double Bridge. Heading towards the Double Bridge here.
Mindset.
If you did hear the fellow on the bike, he was like, "That job we want, we now want bosses."
He's not even aware there is another means for job creation.
So the guys like that job we want, we now want bosses. So question is, will the bosses not provide employment opportunity? Well, that's just a question. But again, everyone has their view, like I said.
Sure.
But yes, you can't ignore the fact that these buses will obviously provide job opportunities. Chauffeurs, operators, mechanics will all be attached. Everyone tells you how to do your job in Liberia. It's quite interesting.
All our experts.
Yes, everyone is an expert. Everyone is an expert. Quite interesting. So move on. Very soon we'll be at the 72nd junction. Very soon. I remember driving this same very route when the first samples
of the yellow machines,
were brought in country. We used this route and drove towards town as far as the Barclay Training Center, the BTC
barracks.
But today we're just going in Congo Town at ABK. ABK is a little further from here. All right. Put a hotspot on. Connect with it for. Don't use this. But they don't got more current. Got the mic over. So that end and then we'll restart. So you can just speak to it and say we'll restart. Just speak to it.
So folks, we want to take a very brief break. So in 2 minutes or so, we will be back. We want to enjoy us to bring you this broadcast once more. Thanks for watching. But just stick and stay with us because very briefly we're going to be back.